exactly.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
No problem
normal.
there. Perfect.
Notoriously well-adjusted, normal.
Man,
nothing wrong with her.
if you just done it a second earlier, Philip.
Yeah, you really missed that. But
Yeah.
again, just remember, this channel supports removing child labor restrictions.
Yes, send them,
Jesus Christ.
Send them to the mines.
Yeah.
right to the mines.
Hi
But
everyone.
only for enhancing their acting abilities.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Don't pay them a wage.
Well,
Just
again, we're talking about because their brains work differently than fully formed ones, and so it's important for them. Like you're just getting more variety of opinion in the workplace, and they might be thinking outside the box, or if they're small enough, you can also put them inside the box. They're inside the box. They're smaller, and you're the ones outside the box.
Nothing improves acting abilities and life experience like black lung.
trauma. Yes, no. They should be.
Yeah. Why do you think I'm so good at acting? Because I have the black lung, Pop.
It builds character, right? That's what they always told me.
Absolutely builds character more so than was in Wonka.
I think we'll let you do the intro now, Philip.
It's. I think that if people have
Timothy Chalamet will more like Timothy suck my dick, May.
I was looking for
the child labor laws are the high point now.
See, I just like children working. I surprise you.
Well, welcome everyone to Topflight Tales, their 7th issue of whatever this is. My name's Philip. I'm the publisher. I'm ensconced by wonderful players. Say up and away players.
Up and away, players.
All right. Well, I sometimes like to go live when people are talking, and I did that today. And there were consequences.
Sometimes.
I'm jokingly saying sometimes. I usually do. But today, Dan is reaching up through the screen at us. Are you trying to get? Are you trying to get pizza? What are you trying to do, Dan?
I was trying to just pull your elbow a little bit.
Hold my elbow.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a Dan place to grab. In any event, thank you all for being here. This is Topflight Tales, our sort of multi-faceted glance into different corners of the Topflight universe. To be honest, I'm grappling with a tension right now. It is a tension of
massage.
There's a lot of different games that we have going, and I'd love to check in on some of them. But also the possibility of starting a new thread will make KJ so mad. While
do it.
also
Do it.
But it's
Do
like
it.
it's she's in such a righteous anger mode. I know KJ will often describe herself to me as possessing mild rage.
It is mild. It is mild because it's not like.
Thank you, Sierra. Thank you.
The audacity of this bitch. I just. Oh my god.
Wow. Really proving
Already
a point, though, KJ.
almost pointing it out.
I'm on your side here, but I really think you're losing the argument.
You're only painting yourself into a rage corner.
Now.
There's no such thing as loyalty anymore. And
I mean, I am loyal.
Couple weeks ago,
loyal.
Yeah, KJ made the mistake a couple weeks ago of having me and Sierra assisting her with some baking project at the same time. And I think she quickly felt outnumbered.
Did we ever say the results of our baking?
What do you mean?
I assume you just got hot.
Well, I don't know if you stated, Philip, or not, about certain rock names.
You know, I haven't told everyone about that.
What?
She hated that so much.
No.
So basically, we were just.
Is it my hero and champion?
No, it's sort of in his universe, basically.
I want to know. I want to get on the same page here. Are we trying to get KJ to quit the channel tonight?
No!
We're trying to do. I just want to be on the same page.
Did you? So basically, in the world of Rocky Jumper, the greatest detective is Sherlock Stones. That's all. And KJ, I don't think you hated those. And then what? Can you remember? It was.
Which is just she rocks stones when you spell it out, right?
Sherlock
Sure
Yeah,
rock.
she rock stones.
No, there's two R's. Sure, rock. The rock is replacing lock.
Okay.
Honestly, only one letter is changing there. It's an L to an R.
It's true.
What was, and then his loyal assistant was,
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Or Micah Watson.
no, it was
No.
Watson. We found some stone that almost rhymed with Watson.
Yes. I didn't write it down.
I
Oh
didn't
my
either. I don't remember
god.
what it was. Yeah, we didn't do. Those are the results you were talking about.
We can
Darn it.
come back to me. I'm gonna
Alright.
do the research
You
again.
can, I think you can repeat the research you did because you did the research. The googling you did got us there real quick, so I'm sure you'll get there again.
Quartz.
It was. I will tell everyone watching and listening here, whether in this Zoom or at home, it won't be worth the wait. But
Yeah, I mean that's pretty apparent.
So yeah. Anyway, so KJ, but do you want to live in a world where we could start an all new stream tonight, or no, an all new game tonight?
I already live in that world. I don't know what you mean. I don't have a choice. It's already against my
Do you
will.
want to roll this or no?
Oh no.
Okay. Here's the drill, a D13.
Okay.
We have 4 open threads already.
Pierce, fucking do it. Fucking do it. Do it. Dirty boy.
It stalled on the 13, but it is a 7.
So, all right. We are going to start with Neonflight in that case. So, you can make yourselves TT4, Mecha Dinosaurian armament, and
Okay,
Baroness
hang on.
Darkness, as ye please. And of course, you are the incomparable Ghost Woman. Marvelous Mrs. Ghost Woman. It's a mashup show. I just decided would be funny to watch.
But also set in the 50s.
Yeah.
What was the dice for this one? What am?
This one is yeah. Oh,
Right.
In this one, let me look at a sheet because
It's D10s, right? It's the cyberpunk.
Yeah, D10s, but you need a set of hero dice for this one, so that's fun. So, do you want me to grab you a set of hero dice? Yeah, I think it's literally those 6. Blorp. And you just get to
How many
spend them
D10s?
as you need them. D10s, you won't really need. I mean, you typically aren't going to need too many. I mean, 6 would be good to have on hand. I will look at your sheet. Hold on. Yeah, you don't have higher than 6 in anything. So, and maybe if you could have 1 or 2 more, that would allow you to,
So 8.
8 would be great. If you have 8, you're great.
Okay, and then change the background.
How does luck work in this? Do you guys have to roll your luck every time, or no? You're good.
No, I think it was just a static thing.
People have different luck. And I guess I'll go ahead and mention that in this system. Oh yeah. Never mind. I know how your luck was determined. Hey guys, your luck. I know how everyone's luck is determined. What's fun about this is that it's a chance for us to all remember how each system works together when we start it. So to those of you watching along at home, this is a D10 system, and you roll a D10, you add a modifier. You're sort of looking for you add a modifier. So you don't need 8 D10s. I'm sorry, you need 1 D10. I'm glad you have the ball though. But you only need 1 for this system. It's not a pool. You just add a modifier. Okay.
Well, you gotta have multiple ones for when one betrays you. So.
Oh,
It's
that's
not-
right.
it's not
You
for-
do
it's
want to
not for
have
naught.
keep them all in hand, because actually keep 8 just in case you roll a million successes in a row,
Oh, that's right, because they do explode.
because they can explode. And I believe in the statistical chance of that happening for you, especially since you can.
Like explode as if a child told you they had never had chocolate before.
It is infuriating. I just don't.
Dan, it is good point about your Jesus Halo from Renaissance.
Yeah,
paintings.
thank you.
Wanted everyone to know that. So, in the future timeline of Neonflight, in a world where mega corporations have taken over, we have found that Frankie and Armament, coming from the Lost Academia world, have arrived. In the Neonflight world, Frankie was impaled with a piece of like glass, some kind of thing, but she was brought back to life with the cloak of the grave. Now the old ghost man, Fernando Perez, is in your head, giving you some advice. You are now Ghost Woman with powers like intangibility, ghost, kind of invisibility, sneakery stuff, and some necromantic-esque magic. Armament, of course, is the weapon man, can create any weapons thanks to the Guardian. And the Journeyer flutters around him. Also on the team are Baroness Darkness, who has some nanites that have the lights out technology, and they come out of her eyes. We have Tatiana Temple IV, a clone of Tatiana Temple, but a good guy? Ooh. Gosh, what a cool, interesting future timeline this is. And we have the Mecha Dinosaurian, who is a robot, just turns into a robot.
There's still some of me, some human there.
Yeah, but the cool part's the robot stuff. Also on the team is Shinobi Steel and a 7th member as yet to be identified.
That's right.
Will tonight finally be the night?
We haven't seen Shinobi Steel yet, right?
We've not met Shinobi Steel yet on the team, and we haven't identified the other member as well. Will they be another legacy hero? Possibly. We have, however, confirmed it is not a new armament. Because
yes, that's true.
Because armament wasn't. Yeah. All right. So, when we last checked in with this team, they wanted to find out what was going on with the. Let me get to the recap of this one. Sorry. Basically, they wanted to find out what was going on with Hellbringer the Sword that had been stolen by G Syndicate in the same theft from which the Cloak of the Grave.
Forgot about G Syndicate just now.
G Syndicate had stolen Hellbringer, and they were like, well, this could be a problem. So they went and had a little meeting with one Captain Heldritch, known to Frankie from comic books and Armament from real life as previously known as Synth Devil, who has since become the master of the power Heldritch, and also somehow one of the two hells was turned into a synthetic hell where the digisouls of wicked robots and AIs are tormented. So I don't know if you guys remember that, but I just want to point out that that's a thing. So there are in fact like program ghosts that you might encounter as Ghost Woman, which is kind of cool. Frankie really wants to ask for autographs and wants to take a lot of notes, because everything is now tablet-based. Captain Heldritch did give Frankie some enchanted paper, the kind they use to make soul contracts. He was just like, just don't write the thing is in blood on it, and we'll be fine. Though Captain Heldritch's goals are now different from those of sort of Neonflight, and he's no longer like a member, he's not an enemy of theirs, and they did decide that getting Hellbringer back is important, and Captain Heldritch said he was comfortable with he was fine with Hellbringer being kept safe by Neonflight if they could keep it safe. He just doesn't want it in the hands of G Syndicate, as that could be bad. So the team then went to a cyber lair, a nearby cyber lair. Guys, they call them cyber lair because it's the future. And in this cyber lair, Baroness Darkness used her sort of shadow masking abilities to give Frankie some additional cover. Yes, Mecha Dinosaurian?
This is on all of us, I think. I've just noticed. You have the Dreamlands border up. Sorry, I hate when I.
Oh yeah, I was wondering.
Guys,
I was just
we're
like,
all so.
because
No,
I was just like,
no,
oh, I guess Topflight's in Dreamlands now. Like, all right.
I've done it again.
Yeah.
I've done it again.
Can you imagine if that was a spoiler for us? If we were going to the Dreamlands and he had it
Yeah.
up first? Oh my god.
Wow.
Sorry.
We might have to just stop. We might just not have to do a game tonight. I don't know if I can do that. I can't every time I do that. It's bad. Hold on. I have to do something else first. God damn it. 1 second. Okay, so just a reminder to myself, today's stream actually starts at the 20-minute mark.
Oh, okay. 20-minute mark.
Wait, Phil, if you want to
Gotcha.
go back to the screen, then I can start riffing about something really inappropriate.
We didn't
Oh,
get
yeah,
to do that the first time.
Yeah, let's go back.
Okay.
Let's go back.
Everyone, I'm sorry for this. We're gonna go to the
Yeah.
Topflight West opening here.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man, this is bad.
Serious?
All right. Or not that. Hold on, we're going to the Neonflight opening. All right.
Gen V today, and in the first episode, there's this woman who can turn small, and she's basically then like it's in college, right? She's riding up and down a dude's dick. So you see this like tiny
We're
woman like
watching what?
Gen
Gen
V.
V.
It's like
All right.
the
Well,
boys' stuff.
anyway, everyone, welcome to Topflight Tales. And so sorry about what Dan just said. He had no idea he was live.
What? Auga.
Oh no.
Oh.
I'm more okay with that than the Timothy Chalamet joke.
Really?
Oh man.
Oof.
All right, so Phil, but I've got a more important question.
Yeah.
What are our options for our prologues?
Your options for your prologue here. I didn't finish the
so
recap.
unenthused.
I
We went
didn't
to a
finish the
cyber lair.
recap. They went to a
Went to
cyber
cy-
lair. Frankie looked in, and she did see that they were playing with the whiskey box. Hellbringer was not
right.
there, but they had the whiskey box. And Frankie's response was, well, I'm not going to watch to see what happens as they open that up, and then she left. That's how we ended Neonflight Part 2. So now with Neonflight Part 3. Yeah. Am I missing anything from the Neonflight recaps, by the way, guys? Is there
Seems
anything
reasonable
Well,
to me.
I can remember?
That sounds like all the bullet points based off. I mean, I read last time. I haven't been to Neon Flight in like a month.
Sure. Well, you know.
Frankie's doing someone else's homework, I think.
Frankie,
Yeah.
I see, I ask and sometimes people are like, Philip, just play. But thank you. Frankie does have some random student's homework that Tatiana gave her to do his homework. That's why Tatiana Temple chose a cafe near a college.
Is that Tatiana Temple 5 that you're just like saving her some work as a young child that you're growing another clone?
Oh my god, am I?
Oh,
I don't think, no. I
that
think
will also be Ghost
I don't know how your
Woman?
cloning stuff
Oh my
works.
gosh.
No. The clone was.
I don't know if you raise
the
your
cloning is a
clones.
mystery. She doesn't know how our clone is. She doesn't
Okay.
know. She's also missing lots of memories. It was Neo
Oh,
Alpha
I
City University. Is where the school was. All right. So Dan requested some options. Okay. So your options are option 1. A G-Sin cyber lair. Option 2, the Meridian Shrine.
Oh,
It's
my
2 to 1 2. You have
No,
to choose.
wait, but
Oh shit! You.
Very sorry.
wait, but has
Yeah, she picked one. She has one. She
but,
chose one.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. You can roll a die and just if it's evens, it's 2 odds of 1. If you want to do that,
I mean, and audience is also saying 2. So
you can. Yeah, if you just want to go with the audience, you can just say 2. If you want to go with Gallery and Saber.
I only want to go with Tatiana.
Oh, understood. So you're voting 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
I want to be clear. I would not be mad at you if you had chose 2. That being said, you did make the right choice here.
I love making the right choice.
All right.
this is a dark time for Baroness Darkness.
All the time is a dark time. for
This is a
Barrett.
dark time for Dan Steinberg.
So, in this one is interesting because it's good. This prologue is going to be picking up not long after anything, so we're gonna see what Frankie didn't watch. One of these G-Sin sort of like kind of, you know, punked out, like got a mohawk of spikes that have been embedded into their head, but they like glow cool like neon LED patterns. It's this G-Sin punk kind of goes over to the whiskey box and is like, whatever, not scared, and touches the whiskey box, and suddenly the liquid of the whiskey box begins to resolve into a rudimentary but clearly delineated puzzle of these liquid tiles with a beautiful, smoky, oaken, rich, dense, peaty scent. And the punk looks at it and is like, what? What's this? Oh, wait! It's like a puzzle game. Ha, I'm good at these. And the punk begins, like, tapping the tiles and moving them around. Licking his fingers as he goes. Like, ooh, yeah, cool. Ah, sweet. Oh, and suddenly the whiskey box begins to slorch and slurp in this liquid way, and the exterior shell of it kind of sucks within, and suddenly the whiskey box looks completely different. Now, there are a series of what almost look like gears and dials, but all made entirely of rich, liquid whiskey. This punk goes, they know I got a gamer chip implant, right? No problem. This is child's play. Begins sort of tuning dials and levers, and once again is able to unlock another level of the whiskey box. His friend back there is like, hey, dude, you're gonna get slagged if you keep doing that. I think I can handle it. What's it gonna do? No, I don't mean from that. I mean from the bosses. Like, this is serious tech we got. Yeah, it's not tech. If it is, it's cool liquid nanite tech. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Goes to a third level. This time, the puzzle resembles jigsaw pieces. Except every time he starts to move them around, trying to put this puzzle together, the pieces like slosh together, and sometimes it's like it pulls it apart, and he's like, oh, I don't think that's what shape it was. His friend's like, dude, you shouldn't be messing with that, man! Game over, man! Yeah, and as he continues putting the pieces together, he starts sweating intently. Realizing something's wrong, he's like, come on, Chip, show me the code! If we see a POV shot from his thing, it's, you know, there's like grid lines and stuff, like making suggestions for the assembly. But it isn't working, and as he's going, he sort of starts pulling his hand back, and he's like, what? And he can't pull his hand out of the whiskey box. He's touching a few of the pieces and trying to move them around. The person's like, oh man, what's going on? Hey, come on, cut it out! And he's like, yeah, I'll be fine. He wipes more sweat from his brow, only to find the sweat is whiskey that's trickling now out of one of the implanted horns in his head from his, like, 5-horned cool mohawk thing. The lights on them begin to fritz out. He's like, what? Huh? And then suddenly, sparks begin flying as he's being electrocuted from his own implants as whiskey permeates them. Stewed whiskey's pouring out of his eyes and his ears. He starts like choking on whiskey. His friend is like, oh man, this is bad. I don't know what to do. Oh, I wish we were watching that cool sword instead. Blah. Anyway, this guy then, as he's like being killed by the whiskey box, it begins to reassemble itself over his hand, going back in sort of the different types of puzzles that had been there until once again it's just a pure box. And as he's trying to pull himself away, whiskey begins pouring out of every orifice as he screams, and then there's a tremendous sucking, slurching noise. His friend looks up, though there's smoke on the ground and some badly burned implants lying all over the floor. There's no trace of his friend. whose entire essence has been sucked into the whiskey box. What flavors he'll impart are those of a small mind, with notes of arrogance, and a nose of punk. Okay, there you go.
It's for like a mini Twilight Zone episode.
What does punk smell like?
Not good.
Oh no.
Sweat and pleather, most likely.
Vans,
Very
shoes,
punkish,
and,
you know? Has a very punkish smell.
Yeah. Cigarettes. Back the old ones did.
Punks.
Yeah.
No, like the fireplace ones.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
Also, yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say, weirdly, I think that also smells like Taco Bell. Go ahead.
But aren't punks the like long matches that you use in a fireplace?
Oh, those are called punks? I didn't know that.
Huh.
My parents have a fireplace now.
Oh, they were just called long matches.
Yeah.
The more you punk.
And yet we don't have a word for 1,000 pounds. Continue.
No, we never will. With that, we will turn to Neonflight. Ghost Woman has confirmed one of the cyber layers does not house Hellbringer the Sword. Tatiana Temple, do you want to continue looking elsewhere at other cyber layers? Do you want to regroup with the team? You do have Captain Heldritch on your side as well. You guys know...
Is he here with us?
He's with you, yes. He's...
Oh.
Yes, it is good to be back with you, Armament.
So, wait. I mean, I don't want to get too in the weeds and like time travel nonsense here, but like, you're just a regular human, right, Armament?
I mean,
There's nothing supernatural about your.
I don't know where it came from, but aside from that, yeah.
So then you died in whatever timeline Captain Heldritch knows.
Well, that's I think that's what I was wondering about, and the question is there an armament around now?
No, you disappeared at Luanax University. It was Luanax University, right? Fuck. It's called. Keep going. Keep talking. I'll amend that if he said the wrong thing.
I was wondering, but because are we in a continuation of the timeline I came from, or are we in something that's branched off and there's another timeline that exists at this point, like downstream from where I came from, that's a branch that I am alive in? But
no,
I guess what's
in my history, when you disappeared, the day that Archetype, one of the great heroes of Topflight, arrived. That was the last we'd seen of you. We assumed, based on the reassurances from Rocky Jumper, rest in pieces, that you were safe in another universe, never to return.
Reassurances from Rocky Jumper. Is that what you said?
Yes, Rocky Jumper, without speaking, explained to
He
us.
reassured you guys.
Reassured us that Armament was where he needed to be.
Yeah, if you've never interacted with Rocky Jumper, then it wouldn't really make sense. But I promise you that those of us who have,
I'm sure
there's nothing I've ever experienced that's more comforting.
The history really proves that to be true.
Can I ask you just a quick side question here,
Please.
Tatiana? Would we know that you are a clone, like we know that you're Tatiana Temple the Fourth?
I mean, in my head, yes. I mean,
Okay.
I think you do, yeah.
What's his name knows? Wow,
Eldritch?
brain fart.
Captain
Eldritch?
Yes, Eldritch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Captain
he knows that I'm
Eldritch,
a clone. So
Okay. All right. Then I'm gonna try something you can hate it and tell me. I'm sure you'll tell me if you do. TT4.
Oh, I hate
what's the
it.
plan?
I do hate that. I do hate that name so much. It's just, I don't. It's. Tatiana is fine. Temple is fine. Why?
How about
We're not-
Tati
Because
for?
we live in the city.
No,
We live in the city. We gotta
absolutely
shorten
not.
stuff down.
Absolutely not. Is that-
Tati?
What?
Tati?
No, absolutely.
Tati.
No.
Tiana for?
Sorry.
Tiana for? Okay, like,
What is one more? But you really could just say Tatiana, drop the 4, and it'd be the same amount of syllables. You are wasting or saving no extra time or effort.
all right, Anna for. Gotcha.
Absolutely not.
What about just 4?
Oh.
Absolutely not. How about we go back to 1 minute ago when everyone just called me Tatiana?
What if you use the initials of it and you go with the Roman numerals so it's Titiv?
Oh, I thought you were gonna spell it out as TTIV, but TTIV makes more
Titiv.
sense. That's a little
Titiv.
TTIV.
They already have no say in how this goes. You have even less say than them.
In many ways, you do resemble your most evil iteration.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
with how you're acting, you're more like Nah for. How about that? Nah?
So in any case, what's the plan?
Philip,
Well,
Tatiana is going to make a drink. She's just walking away and making a drink.
actually, one thing that I would like to try that could happen independently while they're all just riffing on very bad nicknames, is so like when the journeyer separates from like my suit,
Yes.
like they're like, do I know like how if we're like over far distances, do I know how the journeyer like can like know where I am? Like, do I know what the method of that is?
I see what you're asking.
Is it like it's like it can recognize like, or is it something?
Yes, I think it's just drawn back to you in that sort of way. Yeah, it is.
So
it is a, you know, it understands how far it is from you and will root itself to you. ROUT.
Yeah. Can I like separate the journeyer and see if does the journeyer feel? It's like a way to test and see if there is another version of me, or another version of this suit around. Like, can the journeyer feel a separate pull pulling it
I see what you're
elsewhere?
saying. I want you to go ahead and give me. Let's also get into the dice side of this game.
Yes.
I'm gonna let you use your I'm gonna let you do the journeyer. It will be a journeyer roll. You're gonna roll your D4, and you're gonna add 4 to it.
You mean D10?
I do mean a D10. I mean a D10, and you're gonna add 4 to it.
Yeah.
Your modifier's 4. No one listened to me, guys. It's been a day.
Okay. What do these fucking paradise do in this system?
We have explanations of them all there. You can re-roll hack the roll, giving you a broader range of critical success. Extra action, that's more for combat. Recharge.
I'm gonna try and hack the roll.
Try to hack the roll. Great. All right. So roll your d6.
That's 6.
Hey, you get to keep it. Free hack. Free hack, baby.
And that's a 9 on the die, so that's a 13.
No, but you hacked your roll.
Oh wait, so what did I get a?
Roll it again. Roll the d10 again.
Oh great.
It's a critical success.
13 plus another 6 is 19.
19. And 19 is a very good roll. Okay, armament. Obviously, it is possible that, perhaps there is a degree of distance that you don't, that you've never tried to be that far away from the journeyer. But you are fairly confident as you guys kind of see like armament almost like detach from his machine and kind of like focusing very carefully on his suit. You do not sense other tech related to the Guardian and the Journeyer.
Okay, cool.
You do not. You're not like. It's the equivalent of you're going into your devices. You're going into your Bluetooth devices, and there's nothing that you're like not paired with right now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Which, now go ahead and, I'm going to say Tatiana Temple. Let's get you in on this. Not that, actually, I'll take that. Well, do you think you care about what Armament is trying to figure out, or do you think you don't? Is it like a mild interest to you, or do you just not care at all?
Mild interest.
Mild interest may be enough. Go ahead and give me an analyze roll. So you roll a d10, and you get to add 7 to it.
Just one d10.
Just one d10.
Just the one. Because I have 8.
I know. Well, it's because I misspoke because I forgot what the system was.
Yeah. I got a 10.
You rolled a 10, so roll it again. That's why you needed multiple dice, because you get
I
exploded.
got another 10.
You got another 10?
Whoa.
Oh my god, she's gonna roll 10, and she's gonna roll 8 in a row, and I was never wrong. Do it again.
1.
Okay.
Ah.
So now you lose them all because you critically failed. That's a joke. The subsequent one's not a critical failure. But 10 plus 10 plus 1 is 21, plus your 7 is 28.
Jesus.
So Tatiana Temple, with a... This is like... Tatiana Temple has probably at some point had a number higher than that, but for all intents and purposes, this is a TTIV fact, okay? This is a you're super confident of this, and you can, if you want to say this in a very dismissive way, but Armament is being stupid. Obviously, he came from another time. If he went to another universe and now came here, his whole closed system went with him and came back. So, and of course, Armament is not stupid to wonder. You're just thinking he's stupid because you're superior. It's that kind of vibe. But basically, yes, obviously there's no other thing here because he took it out of this timeline and now he has returned it to the timeline. So he's, etc. So that is your conclusion based on his feelings. Do you convey that to anyone, or is that just a Tatiana? Is that a TTIV fact for TTIV?
That is a Tatiana fact for Tatiana.
A Tatiana truth?
Sure.
A temple truth.
Ooh.
That sounds gross.
Hey, gonna teach you guys a couple temple truths today.
And you can learn all these temple truths and more at the Church of the Latter-day Saints.
What's the name of that preacher?
It's a Joel Osteen thing. It's 100% a Joel. Like that. Feels
No,
like a
no,
Joel.
the one.
For in Book of Mormon?
No, in the commercials that we have.
Oh.
Oh, the Reverend Gary Tarmac?
Yes.
Oh, Gary Tarmac. It's a Tarmac truth, right?
From the Church of the Freedom from Technology? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tarmac truth. So Tatiana, I like the idea that Armin's figuring that, and Tatiana Temple's just like, no, and says nothing. Great. Anyway, so Frankie, you have your fancy paper that you have probably taken notes of many things on this. But in your mind, you do hear a voice. And it's sort of, it's Fernando, and he's saying, just so you know, Synth Devil represents a hell full of spirits who you're gonna encounter at some point, and they're very different than the ghosts I used to deal with.
How so?
Well, they were never alive so much as active. They're cyber ghosts, programs, AIs, sprites. Real NPC energy for some of them. Just be aware, since you sort of come from a time that's closer to when I was active, this is just sort of what I'm sort of... I'll tell you what. I want you to...
I am taking notes.
Oh, I know. I don't want you to... Well, do whatever you want. I want you to reach out.
Literally?
Yeah, let's see what spirits are around. So he's gonna request that you make a contact spirit roll. Contact spirit is one of your abilities. It is the You have a 6 plus 6 in it, so you're gonna roll your d10, add 6 to it. We'll see how you do that. A 4. You get a 10. Okay. Now, just roll that. Just tell me if it's even or odd. A 10. So super even, most even. Great. Sure enough, you sort of are like, you're kind of like reaching out and you do actually sense kind of on your periphery some human souls that are kind of drifting as ghosts through this place. It's a little eerie, but also you feel some strength in this cloak. To Mecha Dinosaur and Tatiana Temple for Armament Baroness Darkness, what it looks like is Ghost Woman's have we ever decided, we can keep kicking the can down the road, are you going to sort of go with the sort of like Dia de los Muertos skull face that Ghost Man had? Do you just look sort of more like yourself in your thing? Do you have any, you're wearing a big cloak, so you look kind of scary no matter what, even if you just have your normal face. Have you taken on any sort of symbol of death like he has? Do you have are your eyes glowing or black or like red eyes or any, are you going to, do you want to have a weird thing like that?
Yes, I want to have a weird thing.
No, you don't know what it is, and we'll decide that at another date.
That sounds great.
Okay. So, in any event,
Just
however,
ghost emoji.
yeah, just the ghost emoji. However, Frankie looks kind of creepy now. The four of you notice her looking way creepier all of a sudden. She's kind of and Baroness Darkness, as someone who respects darkness, you can see there's a certain shadowy quality kind of under the cloak. So she's clearly doing something.
Do I have a sense of with the spirits near me, anything about them? When I sense a spirit, can I sense if it's harmful or mean?
You can, in fact. And go ahead and do a
I don't want to.
You don't want to. Okay, cool. Then you have that ability, but you're sort of sensing some sort of ghosts on the fringes. And honestly, he's certainly not controlling you, but he's kind of guiding this in your mind. But Fernando sort of says, there we are, and he kind of focuses you on another sort of spectral thing. But this spectral thing that you're seeing is actually hovering at a nearby computer terminal, and it's made of it looks a little matrixy. It's kind of bytes and sort of a little pixelated. And it is this sort of it appears feminine in nature. And it's just sort of flittering in and out of existence. You don't really see, it doesn't even have a face, but it has almost a vague shape.
Who is that one? Is that one of the active, not formally alive ones?
Precisely. Go ahead. If you reach out, they won't hear you. Your friends won't hear you speaking. You can talk to the apparition. You can find out about it if you'd like.
Can you talk to it?
No, only you.
Cool. I don't want to.
Unfortunately, Frankie, you have to.
Okay.
This one you're seeing is this spirit, even though digital, is not at peace. And you can send it to peace.
Do I have a responsibility to do that?
Well, yeah, that's the cloak.
Well, yeah. I feel like that should have been said day one.
Well, I think it was, but you were probably too busy desperately trying to not die.
Okay, well, it's not in my notes.
Well.
Okay, I will talk to this. I mean,
The implication that Frankie believes even on her deathbed she is still taking notes.
Well, that's not on my records. I don't recall that.
I don't feel totally prepared, but yeah, let's talk to her. I won't presume. Okay.
you sort of reach out to the spirit, and it sort of like it almost like before your eyes does seem to activate, and there's kind of this like sort of glowing like as it speaks. It's kind of too almost like some kind of like abstract sound wave showing that it's speaking. But this thing sort of says to you, "Yes, is there someone there? How can I help you?"
Oh, no, can I help you? What am I supposed to be saying to this thing?
What's that?
Hi.
Hello. Did you need help with banking today?
Is that what you do?
Yes, or at least I used to. It's been a while since anyone's activated me.
That's so sad.
I'm Abby, a bank corp bot.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Francis, aka Frankie. My mom calls me Francis, but everyone else calls me Frankie.
Understood. Would you like me to look up your account?
No, please. Excuse me, can you tell me what I'm supposed to do here?
Ask her if she knows if she's been deactivated.
Is that rude?
Not for you.
Question. I do have a question, Abby.
Absolutely, and I'm so happy to help.
I was wondering if you, had a sense of having been deactivated?
Deactivated? I was updated.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
Old versions are rolled over into new versions.
That's great for you. I love that. What would it be so bad if you had been deactivated?
Bots like me aren't deactivated. We're just rolled over into new versions. At this, I do want you to make a detect vibe or psychology. You don't have a bonus to either. So instead, give me just your standard magic of the veil. Add a 5 to this.
Diana, you know more about Ghost Man than any of us do, I think. Is this like a normal thing? Like a while. That they're just, it's just, if it's normal, that's fine.
Roll this again.
Who are you asking?
You're the only one I could think of that would have like knowledge of watching Ghost Man.
So you subtract
sure.
that from your bonus of 5, so you have a 1.
Maybe,
but the good
but,
news is you're not at 0.
I do suspect that any part of Frankie is really what's the cause of that long pause.
Ghost Man.
I just want to make sure she's not dying again.
As you're sort of doing this and you're sort of
think
saying
she
this,
can.
Ghost Man is going to go, uh-oh. And suddenly, Baroness Darkness, Mecha Dinosaurian, Armament, and Tatiana Temple, all the computer terminals in the room begin to like flash in kind of like poltergeist like anger and like beep, like computers are crashing, like lights are flashing. It's all sort of crazy. Meanwhile, and you guys even see a ghostly digital apparition appearing kind of like across from Frankie, being like, "We were supposed to be rolled over. I should be updated. I should be a part of the new system. My packet should be in this." Kind of freaking out about this.
Darling, maybe you should talk it down. This is upsetting.
Can I hear what they're saying while I'm in this?
Yeah, you're. I mean, at this point, you're sort of physically seeing it, and they're all. Yeah, Tatiana Temple's telling you to calm it down.
We're in one of our strongholds right now.
Actually, we never decided where you guys are.
I don't think we are because
I think you're just out on the street.
What's his name is with us. Why can I never remember his name?
Synth Devil. You can just call him Synth Devil.
That's what I keep forgetting.
Oh,
is
Captain
Synth Devil.
Heldridge is his new name, but he's Synth Devil.
Yeah.
Because Synth Devil didn't know where any of our strongholds were before. I don't think we would be willing to show them to him now.
You guys just thought, you're in an alley. So all of like the public terminals are freaking out.
Okay. I'm gonna immediately lock down, like disconnect myself from the network. Try to lock down like a security protocol.
Good call. All right, since you said you're doing it and you're the only one who actually jacks into things, cool. Yeah. All right, I won't have it take over your stuff. Good call. Baroness Darkness, you're on a closed loop. Speaking of Baroness Darkness, is there anything you'd like to do? Because I was trying to get to everyone here and
like I was worried, so I wasn't sure what to do. So like, part of me was just like,
now that you can see now that you can see a digital ghost, do you want to attack it with your eye nanites?
No, I want to try to calm it down. So like,
Okay.
I just
Let's look at your
8-bit like
Oh, you want to create
holograms.
You want to create an 8-bit thing out of your kind of like a black. I love that.
Yeah.
Make a shadow paint roll for me. So you're gonna roll a
Okay.
d10. You're gonna add
Okay.
7 to it, which is pretty damn good. And if you want to use hero dice before doing so, you may. But
Is it coming out of her eyes?
I just assume
Always.
anytime Fractal gestures with their hands that is happening.
The
with my
nanobites
team.
coming out of her eyes? Oh, upsetting. I don't like it.
Every time.
And I
But only right now. If we move to a different one, that won't be the case.
so what if you roll? What if you rolled, Baroness?
it was a 9.
A 9.
So-
That's 16. That is a very good roll. So this ghost sort of sees this kind of and Ricky, you notice out of Baroness's eyes comes this like, I'm imagining her like Space Invaders, 8-bit looking like it okay puppy see, and
Cat pick.
yeah, and the ghost with lolcat, and this ghostly Abbey bot, I think will actually be calmed by that. We'll sort of be like, I was supposed to be update. Oh, pleasing, aesthetically pleasing. Many of our customers love. If you want, you can take out a new checking account for your dogs and cats. So at this point, Ghost Man in your mind will say, "All right, yeah, you're doing fine. It's okay. Go ahead and we're just gonna open a portal to this one, to sort of some kind of digital afterlife. All right, because she's clearly agitated, and she must not have been. Well, we'll get into that. Just he kind of starts saying like, just focus on this ghost and focus on sort of the veil. You can see a cybernetic veil beyond, and you sort of, sure enough, can almost see this kind of like, it looks like a matrix wall of text sort of moving behind. Go ahead and give me another Magic of the Veil roll. Would you like to spend any of your hero dice on this? Before you do so, I can make recommendations. The D6 is always a good one because it can up your chance, and you might not even get rid of it.
Okay.
So here, first roll this. Okay, you do get rid of it, but now an 8, 9, or 10 is a success for you.
9.
9, roll it again. 3, so that's 12 plus, so that is a 17. And that is enough. So Baroness Darkness, as you've calmed this thing down, you guys do sort of notice, you guys don't see the veil, but you see this ghost kind of like moving towards, if not like the light that people go to when their souls are moving on, a sort of like the glow of a screensaver, as this thing kind of drifts away. And she says, "Let me know if I can help you again in the future. Sorry about the inconvenience. Please leave a positive review."
I will.
Of course.
And Ghostman says, "Hey, you did it."
Oh, but does she have some kind of like digital counselor on that side?
I don't actually know what happens beyond the veil, but I think so.
You've just been sending them not knowing?
I know it's where they're supposed to be. In any event, you didn't send her to the digital hell, so that's good.
I had the option?
Typically, no.
Okay.
Only when they're bad. You don't really choose where they go, you just choose that they move on. And it's only when they want to move on, and in that case, she definitely did. See, she seemed to think that there must have been some glitch when they updated her software. And typically, I think they would immediately move on, or they would be absorbed into the next version. Somehow there was a glitch, and she's just been sitting here for years, wondering why nobody asks her to help them with their banking.
This is fun.
It's a lot of pressure, but it's a big responsibility, but it's a big cape you have on. So as that's kind of, Frankie comes back to looking normal. And Captain Heldred says, thank you for treating an artificial intelligence with respect.
You're welcome.
I see the cloak is in good hands.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that that you are picking it up. Your new role. You seem like a fast learner. You have an aptitude for picking up knowledge.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So are we done for the day, or do we call it quits here for now? What happens now?
We're trying to find the Sword Hellbringer. We've only just begun.
To live?
No.
Survive.
Not in my case. Shall we move on to the next cyber lair?
Yes, I probably should.
Wonderful. Let us hope our quarry is there.
Can you not sense it? I mean, it's a hell thing.
A reasonable question. Once again, worthy of your mind. Suffice it to say, Hellbringer was stored in some kind of case that blocked the infernal magic from radiating out. I assume it is still in that case.
Frankie told us what she saw, right?
She did, yes.
Well, then I feel like it's only a matter of time for one of these idiots to try and take it out of the cage and play with it.
A good point. So you suggest we simply wait for it to ping on my infernal radar, my Heldar, as it were?
We don't have to wait and do nothing. We can look, but I feel like it'll ping sooner than us finding it by just knocking on everyone's door.
I am worried that if we wait for it to ping, then it'll be in the wrong hands.
Yes, again, I'm not saying that we need to sit and do nothing and wait for it to ping. I'm saying we can actively look. I just think he should be on the lookout for the ping.
Right.
Actually, yes, to that end, if we can widen our ability to do so, is there a distinct energy pattern, Captain Eldridge? Like, is there an energy signature you could give me that would be hellish energy that I could sort of like rig a sensor or sort of set some sort of program to be scanning for?
I do not know the nature of what container is used to prevent my sensing this artifact.
Oh, I meant more like when it's open, that not just you, but I could also get pinged. If I can build some kind of sensor based off of your energy signature.
I suppose.
He'll kind of come to you, his flaming hand, just like reaching out, and he'll sort of say,
Where is your data port? I can put my knowledge into you.
Don't tell him where your data port is.
Well,
I think it's your horn.
just grab one of the horns.
Oh no. Oh, you're not even going to buy him dinner first? Okay. Well, I guess. Should I look away? I don't understand what's happening.
I feel like we need to keep watching. I
don't want to.
Synth Devil will,
It's weirdly cooling.
Oh, disgusting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he'll sort of demonstrate a kind of, he will tell you the kinds of things that on like thermal imaging you might look for from it. It does seem to be I think you definitely will have a sense of it. He downloads you on what sort of like an infernal artifact, an old school infernal artifact like vibe would be. He definitely explains how you could find such a thing. Sure. Yeah, so that you can potentially try to put together some kind of sensor thing. For you to build a sensor for it would kind of probably take you out of any looking you guys are going to do. For you to simply periodically scan the net and see if anything's being triggered, you could do that. You know what I mean? Just like in terms of timing. If you guys want to split up and go on different missions, though, you are welcome to do that. Baroness Darkness, do you have any plans?
I mean, if there's no way of splitting that device to where we can scan and help with that, then I don't know.
Again, the device will only work once the case is opened.
Tatiana, what do you think?
I mean, are there street cameras we can hack from the night that this was all stolen, and we can just follow where those trucks or cases went?
I think that's what Mecha Dinosaurian already sort of did to determine.
We did do that.
They
Okay.
disappeared into like the G-Sin underground sort of network, and then subsequently have sent them to different cyber layers.
And we don't have contacts, I guess. Like,
well, some of you have some. Do you mean you have like a contact like in G Syndicate?
whether it be someone in it or just like, I don't know, like a network of people that we give money to watch things, or food. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, Tatiana Temple.
State of Sherlock Holmes has his like homeless network. I don't know. Like
He does. All right. I'll tell you what, Tatiana Temple. I want you to make a luck roll. You get to add 6 to this.
$13.
13. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. With a 13, you do have someone on the inside of G-Sin. You
Right.
are not sure if they are a sort of like mid-level punk, kind of like an enforcer. And they're basically someone who's like not really that dedicated to it, so for some favors that you sort of do, maybe even through an intermediary, they will leak intel to you. So you are welcome to try to get a meet with that person to see if they know specifically where Hellbringer is. You would think that the likelihood that they know is low, but the likelihood that they know where Hellbringer is, like by name, is low, but the likelihood they've seen something that could help you narrow
Yeah,
the
like
thing
we could
down.
at least narrow down
Yeah.
the search to certain
You think that's
buildings.
you think that's a moderate chance.
Okay, I would like to do that then.
Okay. Yeah, you can put in a call to meet her, and probably it's good to be on the move because you guys do see some Oshiro Prescott security are like one of their cars is entering the area, maybe to even come look at the spike in tech that happened here a few minutes ago. So you guys may want to sort of
Rats are here. We should get out.
Yeah.
corpo rats. Okay, so
Where am I slingshotting to?
out of her eyeballs. Yeah, so if you guys want to go, I think we could even hand wave that you set up a meet with her. We'll say it's in the tell you what, KJ, roll me a D6. You've got 3 options for the cyberpunk.
You said we needed D10s.
I said you needed a whole set of hero dice though also.
Yes, but that's hero dice. I have to separate that.
Okay. You should always have,
There's a
everyone
difference.
should always have at least one of all die ready to go, because I can ask for any number.
3.
Whoa.
You said 3?
3. Yes.
Perfect. 1 and 2 was Noodle Shop. 3 and 4 is Techno Club. So sure enough, you guys now are going to a strobe lit, kind of like rave, warehouse rave kind of vibe.
Which
Yeah.
form is my dancing form? T-Rex.
Good
I was
T-Rex,
about to say it
the
has
dancing
to be
Yeah.
with the tiny arm.
Yeah.
Raise the roof. Raise the roof.
All right, so if you go in there, you can certainly find your contact. You track down
Since-
where she is. Go ahead.
Since this is going to be your first times in here, Frankie, and Armament, just to be clear, feel free to enjoy yourself, but don't touch anything in there. Just
Oh,
don't.
also,
Yeah.
if someone offers to either give you, buy you, or do you want a trip to the moon, the answer is no.
Yes.
No, I understand the difference between working and not working. Thank you.
Okay.
No, it's not that. It's just it's really gross in there.
Yeah.
They don't clean as often as they should.
Some things might have changed in the last, 180 years, Philip? 140 years?
I think something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, in the last century and a half, but that's pretty consistent.
Did you
No.
frequent the clubs, Armament?
No.
Did you frequent the clubs?
We
you guys.
we have no health loss.
Oh yeah.
There.
Um,
The food inspectors died. All of
so
that.
yeah, it's 143 years.
Right,
So
43.
as you guys head to this place, I will say that you're going to a club called Error 404, and the music is kind of like boom 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 boom. Oh wait, what the fuck am I doing? Like am I even? There we go. All right. So as you guys head into this place,
Does anyone want nanite gloves to maybe then touch things if they want?
Here, I can scoop some of my eye out and wrap your hand
I
in
can
it.
help you guys.
Baroness, Baroness, I say this with all the love I still possess and what remains in my heart. Never.
I say with zero love, no, I will never want that.
No, thank you.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Like, it can help, guys.
Do you
Look.
think nanites coming out of your eye sockets are cleaner than what's in here?
Do you see
I'm sure they are. The human body is a
everything
pretty
around here?
sterile system.
Do you?
Yeah, I see everything perfectly fine in this darkness.
Join
Thank you.
the club.
Captain Heldridge kind of stifles his finger flames to a little bit, and just kind of draws up his thing. So he just looks like a weird guy. But you guys certainly enter into the dark area, and I mean, though many of you stand out to some extent, there's a lot of people with interesting vibes. The individual who you have under your sort of thumb here, or not thumb, but who you're getting your intel from. Her handle is Interwebs. And kind of she is like a throwback joke to hundreds of years ago when people called it that, ironically. So you can find Interwebs. She is roll a d6 for me. Yeah, the popcorn one. 5. It's popping. She's on the floor. Popping and locking.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
Ghost woman, and actually, anyone want a drink? It'll help us blend. Baroness, sure. Ghost
Yes,
woman.
fine.
Oh, I'm not 21.
Oh,
That's fine.
that doesn't
don't-
matter anymore.
There's no law.
Yeah.
Well,
Would you want one?
Pretty
though?
much as long as you can make it halfway through the alphabet, they'll give you alcohol.
Yeah. Once
Be
when you
aware
say
that,
A, it just.
In
Yeah.
your current with this cloak on, you can't get drunk. So I don't know what that means. That means if you like the taste of alcohol, go wild. And if you don't like the taste of alcohol but want to get buzzed, sorry, it won't happen.
we'll come back to that later. I don't want my first taste to be here.
It
Smart
also
choice.
doesn't have to. It also doesn't have to be alcohol.
Oh,
Yeah,
it does. At error 404, it does.
If you ask for a glass of water, they just pour you some vodka.
Yeah.
They-
They're
Oh my gosh,
they're like,
all the
"Oh, you
orders are
want-
wrong?"
Oh, you want the water? Oh, okay, gotcha. Hold on. They put on their
armament.
goggles to not deal with the fumes.
Armament. You want anything?
No thanks.
So as a T-Rex, I'll waddle over to the bar and get drinks for us while they go find her on the
Perfect.
dance floor.
Would you
Interwebs
need
is on
help
the dance
getting
floor.
the drinks?
No, I can carry them in my mouth.
All right.
On second thought, you know what? I'll get my own later. I'm fine.
And you didn't want me to hold the drinks?
I
Like,
balanced them. I balanced them on my
you-
tail. I balanced them on my tail.
I guess Tatiana will go onto the dance floor, I guess, and find interwebs.
Interwebs. Tatiana, are you gonna walk right up here, or are you gonna dance?
I mean, we're trying to not blow covers here, so yeah, I guess
Understood.
casually dance, not.
Perfect.
Is it
Yeah,
just?
dance up on her.
Mecha Dinosaurian is going to the bar. Armament, Frankie, and Baroness. Tatiana Temple is walking to Interwebs, who's dancing. Ghost Woman, Baroness, and Armament, what are you three doing? Are you going with Tatiana, or are you kind of staying on the perimeter?
Are there other Like, does it seem like kind of viable? Like, if I had the Journeyer out flying around, that wouldn't be sus.
It would be no. There are drones moving around. There's actually drug drones. You know.
Yeah, I will. I mean, then I'll send the Journeyer out to kind of like shadow Tatiana, like kind of just so I can hear without having to get close.
I would like to stay close to Armament in a way that doesn't make him. It doesn't give him the sense that I'm forgiving him, but yes.
Perfect. Baroness?
Fair. I'll probably go with Tatiana.
Understood. So Baroness kind of is trailing behind Tatiana. The new arrivals kind of more on the side. So through the Journeyer armament, you'll sort of notice that Tatiana walks up to Interwebs, who's in the middle of dancing. But when she sees Tatiana, and I think Interwebs has like, we'll say she's got like the thing where like part of her head shaved but other hair is real long. I don't know what you call that, but that's the vibe.
Undercut?
Yeah, but I think the long side's its own side.
Okay.
Like it's like shaved and then long. Huh? Maybe that's an undercut. I don't know. The point is, that's her vibe. You guys walk up to her. She's dancing when she sees Tatiana. She's like, oh.
Side cut.
She's like, can I ever just get a chill day? You look like a narc. You should dance a little more.
I'm dancing an appropriate amount for someone of my style. Thank you very much.
I can dance with you.
It's fine, just go.
People are like, oh my god, look at her eye mods. These are crazy. And everyone wants to like dance with your eyes.
And like they're even also going like that.
Do you have little LEDs on your nanites?
I think they're really only dark.
Yeah, I think they're
Okay,
only
I know,
No,
darkness.
but they are
like,
now
I
wrapped
wish.
holding glow sticks.
Yeah.
Yes, holding them like.
Oh no. Oh, you can also do some really cool stuff, Baroness Darkness, by like absorbing. You can like cover the glow sticks and like put. You can really like. You
Oh
can
my
make your
gosh,
own
I'm
light
almost
patterns.
making my own light show
Yeah, you're
at
doing
this
your own
moment.
light
Like
show.
while we're still investigating.
Oh
Like
damn it.
maybe I should just like move back after I'm getting so much attention.
Well, you know what though? Sort of to that point, I'm gonna say because you have acrobatics is 2, and you have the knowledge of popular music, which is this, so you'll know the songs. So I'm gonna let you add 5. Make a dance roll for me as you're doing these cool things with your
My God.
night tendrils.
Got it.
So roll a d10 and add 5.
Okay, so then that's a 10.
A 10. It's good. It's a good
Yeah.
show. You're like, it's got it. You're not maybe even the. I mean, you'd be in most clubs you'd be the most interesting dancer, but like somewhere over there's people doing a perfectly synchronized like hover dance together. And
Yeah.
it's like, but you're doing it's cool. Everyone's like, oh
And
yeah.
slowly backing away from the investigation just so no one really wants to
Understood.
listen. Because now I have too much attention.
Trying to get attention to that, kind of distract.
Yeah.
Tatiana can talk about interwebs. All
I
right,
just got really into the music and then. Because she said, like, you're not dancing enough. And then I'm like, I'll show you. And yeah.
I'll show you dancing enough.
I will waddle across the dance floor and sort of hand on my way, because I'm basically just trying to get stationed on the opposite side from Armament and
Understood. I like
and
that.
Frankie, and that way we kind of have the area covered. But I will stop off to, in my little arms, like reach over and hand a cocktail to Tatiana, and then go across and hand one to Baroness.
Thanks, Mecha!
No problem.
Wait, is my nickname for you Mecha D?
Sure. Sounds fun.
Thanks, Mecha D! You the best!
No problem, Baroness.
All right. In any case, Tatiana, Interwebs is now listening to you. She's kind of like dancing, like, okay, so what's going on?
You've heard of the robbery, I assume.
That's way too hot of business for me, and only elite punks are getting to protect those, obviously.
It's fine. Just where do the elite punks hang out? Where do they store this kind of stuff?
Oh, well, that's like, I mean, all I know is that all the secure cyber layers have been cleared out of like parties and like hackathons. So, what are you really asking? Is there something in particular you're looking for? Because I'm pretty sure they're storing crazy stuff in those places.
What is it called? The Hellsword?
Hellbringer.
Hellbringer. We're looking. Yeah. That. Why can't I talk? The Hellbringer.
I mean,
Make another. Actually, or I'll ask this for this. Do you want to simply roll your luck to see if she's heard something, or do you want me to roll on her behalf to see what she can put together for you? You know what I mean? Like, do you want to make the roll, or should I make the roll?
What are you gonna roll?
I'm gonna roll a d10 and add her sort of, like brain modifier, basically.
Well, is her brain modifier higher than my luck?
Oh, I see what you're asking. What is your luck?
6.
6? No, it's not.
Okay, then I'll roll.
Okay, you roll. It's in your hands. Do you want to add anything first? Hero dice?
Sure. Yeah.
Make them spend the hero dice.
Can I add multiple?
You can.
Okay. So
Although
then...
many of them you add after you roll. Like a D4 is to do after a roll. Really, the only one you'd probably do is hack the roll.
Which one is
it's a
that?
D6.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Yeah. So roll your D6. If you get a 6, you don't even lose it.
Oh, okay. 3.
Cool.
8.
You rolled an 8?
Yes.
You hacked the roll, so roll again.
Nice. 3. So 8, 3, and 6.
8, 3, and 6 is 17. Okay. So she'll sort of say, okay, if that's the one you're looking for, I can't promise this is what it is, but you know about those, like, you know how a couple years ago those like angels showed up and everyone was like thinking they were gonna like save the world, but then they just like turned into like total party animals?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So, okay. One of the angels, obviously they don't work for G-Sin, but one of them is hanging out at the cyber lair, and they're bringing in like so much, like champagne, caviar, sexy dancers, just for this angel to like. So I don't know. It seems like if you were trying to like protect a hell sword, you might want somebody who has some, power against it. That's at cyber lair, and then she'll give you the cyber lair like name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, darling.
What will the cyber lair name be? I don't know, maybe 1337?
Gross. Gross.
Like a tiny and a devil just quietly just goes, gross. Just whispered, gross. In any case, she's like, but of course you didn't hear that from me.
Naturally.
Anyway,
thank you, darling. You have a wonderful time here.
Yeah, and don't forget, kind of knock another couple months off the sentence for my brother for this one.
Of course.
She'll dance away.
Okay. Tatiana will drink some of the drink. Ah, yes. Tastes overpriced and terrible.
McDonald's Chalamet.
Oh, that sounds about right. Yes.
I don't know why.
It has the right vibe, that name. It feels right. Yeah.
It's actually named after Timothy Chalamet's great-grandson.
Who's just as unextraordinary.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Well, we're in the year what? 21 something.
I just looked it up.
2165 or something.
Yeah, so it's named after the greatest actor of the 21st century.
So,
Gross.
cool feelings.
Oh, so
History distorts things all the time.
yeah.
Like the
in any
greatest
case,
Western actor of all time as Roy Rogers. You know? It's a drink named after him.
Sure. Yeah.
Sorry, Philip. Sorry to keep interrupting. Sorry.
You're good. So in any case, is anybody else doing anything? Tatiana Temple has accomplished something. I will say Baroness Darkness has also accomplished something.
Oh yeah,
It's just dancing.
that I freaking rock.
But Armament, Frankie, Mechadinosaur, anything any of you would like to do at this time in this club?
I think if I could do like, because you said it would show up on like a thermal scan. I just want to detect if there's any other hellish beings here.
Ooh, I see what you're saying. Go ahead and yeah, let's have that. I'm gonna say you're. So I don't know that you. Let me look at what your tech actually gives you. I don't know that you have like sensors so much.
Okay.
So this is gonna be you like this would. I'm saying that because like I don't think you like. I'm sure you have some like the degrees of infrared. So sure, go ahead and give me a. I think it would just be a look roll.
Look. Okay.
But yeah, it's like you don't have like a special extra stuff to this. It's just I'm sure you can see if there's crazy infrared, but you suspect that you need a high result on this to sort of just see this. If you wanted to like hack into like systems and see if any like internal sensors actually had stuff, that's obviously a thing you could do if you'd rather.
All right. Well, let's start by spending the D6.
Gotta spend those D6s.
That's a 2.
A 2. There you go. Well, you don't get it back, but you do. So far, everyone who has supercharged, I think, has rolled an 8, 9, or 10 on that roll. Or everyone who's hacked, rather.
All right.
It's Tierce's time to break that streak.
1.
1, cool. So even though you did that, it's a 1. So you don't get a modifier to this, so roll a d10.
Okay.
Yeah.
6.
Cool. So you have a -6 on this roll. So I'm gonna say Mechadinosaur, as you're sort of looking around trying to sense what's going on, you've switched to like you're trying to, maybe it's that you think you're switching to ultraviolet, or you switch the infrared but it's actually ultraviolet, or you do something right as like, and you look directly into a strobe light that's just like and in your massive lumbering form you do back into a couple of punks who you really messed up. You danced into the perfect dancing hover pair. And everyone's like, "Hey, what's the big idea? Hey, I hate these overgrown cyborgs. So boxy, ridiculous. And we're trying to be a dinosaur. What are you, 3?" And you're hearing people saying, "Let's get him." The others hear that various punks are about to attack Mechadinosaurian. They probably don't realize that his jaws work. Or they're probably so close to the moon they don't care. Yes, Baroness Darkness?
After hearing that, I try to go help Mecha D out, go in and like try to do like a dance show around Mecha D, almost highlighting Mecha D also being like a cool.
Since you're going to try to get to him, since he's kind of backed into it, that can be your attempt as this happens, but I think at this point they are attacking. So your strategy can try to be to distract from the attack.
Distract and then also potentially attack them if they get too close.
Sure, sounds good. What about
Tatiana is going to Frankie and Armament.
Oh my god.
You guys are fine. It's a couple of dancing high punks. We don't need to bring out all the stops for these guys.
Okay. So yeah, it does look like that.
There used to be a lot more of us.
This is a huge thing. Tatiana's philosophy is, well, you got in trouble. You should handle this right. All right. So, Armament and Frankie, do you see Tatiana Temple notice that Mechadinosaur is being rounded on by a bunch of people, and she basically like rolls her eyes and walks to you guys as Baroness Darkness is like trying to like with her swinging stuff go over there. Do either of you want to go assist Mechadinosaur, or will you follow Tatiana Temple's lead and not assist?
Are they okay?
Probably. I mean, I'm sure he's a metal dinosaur, and they're high. What are they going to do to him? Very little.
Look, if you think he's got a handle, I don't feel great about
I mean, he probably does. I'm not psychic. I'm just.
Tell you what, Armament, as you consider this, some punks will attack Mecha Dinosaurian. Baroness Darkness, you're making your way over there to maybe try to. I think honestly, they're gonna attack so much that you'll probably go into a fight mode. But Mecha Dinosaurian, at your first moment here, I do want you. I'm gonna have you do a dodge, but you're gonna get a -1 penalty on it because you're blinded.
Okay.
So you know stuff's coming, and you still have other senses that you're sort of listening, but because you can't quite, because you're seeing so many spots. So go ahead and make a dodge roll. Good old Eddie Tang.
So I have a question for you real quick.
Please.
Just because a lot of times you can't negate things with like re-rolls and stuff like that. I was gonna use the 4 to re-roll, but I did roll a 1. Can I still re-roll that with the D4 hero die?
Okay, I'll tell you what I'll let you do. There's another thing.
Fine if not.
I probably should have put it's a thing that is listed there as an ability to Neon. It's something you guys probably want to do sometimes, which is, because yeah, you can't re-roll if it's a 1, but I'll let you spend 1 Neon to retroactively have prevented the possibility of a critical failure, because you can always spend 1 Neon to eat, so if a 1 is just a 1 and not a disaster.
Okay, yeah, sure, I'll take that.
So, I'll say that you did that, and then you rolled a 1, so you do now have to spend your D4 to re-roll, but the 1 is not a critical failure, it's just a 1.
All right. Do these values do anything on the dice in this game?
If you roll a 4, you don't. You retain it, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, you retain this hero die.
Okay, then I did.
Cool.
Okay. And
D10.
instead we have a 9.
A 9, better.
So
so that'll be
plus
plus 2 since you have a penalty, so it'll be an 11. An 11 certainly will prevent you, like as they're sort of swinging at you, attacking. You're kind of getting your bearings. The spots are.
Wait. I'm just remembering this now because I had such low rolls the first game we did. Mm-hmm. We add, a attribute, not just the skill, but also the attribute to it, right? That's how this system works.
So guys, tonight what we've been doing wrong is that we haven't been adding.
What?
So my dance skills were better?
What?
Everything should have also had one of the things in the big boxes at the top added to it. Every roll we've made. So, I've just, in my mind, I've skewed things lower. So yes, in this case, add a coordination to that.
So it's a 20.
Okay. So, this is the fun of running different systems. And Philip being tired. And honestly, the fact that I started with the Dreamlands thing meant I'd given up on this game before it started.
Happy to be here too.
So a 20. Okay. Yeah. So a 20 in this system, a 20 is obviously better, but a 20 is a little bit better than a 12 in the system where you don't add those, but it's not like astronomically better. It's like a click.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So, congratulations on your 20. Yes, you do dodge without any trouble. Baroness Darkness. For the record, what did you roll on your dance, Baroness Darkness?
I rolled a 5. So
you rolled a 5 and we added 5, so you got to a 10.
Mm-hmm.
The good news is that was actually a 19 because you have a 9 coordination. Frankie, I'm sorry. You did better than we said some other times.
Busting.
I'm really sorry, everyone.
I feel good.
Also,
busting.
Mechadinosaurian. What is your vitality, Mechadinosaurian?
My vitality is, let me scroll over, 8.
Okay, so you didn't have a -6. You had a 2. So, we'll say that you bumped into some people. It was a disaster, but
it was still a critical failure.
Still, also a critical failure. You do a bad thing. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, Baroness Darkness, you are getting over there. Tatiana has made the claim. You guys aren't helping. They can see to it. Baroness Darkness, you have now made it over. Do you want to just smack them with your eye stuff, or do you still want to try to distract them? What is your preference?
I'll try to distract for now. I'll leave violence for later.
Understood. Okay, in that case, roll a d10. I will let you add your shadow paint because you are trying to make crazy things. You're no longer dancing. You're kind of using your eyes. And you can add your coordination, so you'll add a 16. So remember, everyone's roll should have been like between like 5 and 8 higher than that on average. That's fine.
So I rolled a 2 on that, so
Okay.
18.
An 18. Okay, so in the system, an 18, though good, is actually like, oh, since you have big modifiers, so 20 is kind of now like, it's like you're trying, so you
Okay.
distract them a little bit, but it's not preventing, like, the bulk of them are attacking Dinosaurian, and you're not really peeling it off, so you may need to fight the thing. That being said, Dinosaurian, you may now take some, your vision is coming back, you can take some offensive measures. You've dodged most of their attacks, Baroness has distracted them a bit, but clearly they're not letting up.
What I would like to do, and
You've
not
offended
direct
their honor by backing into them accidentally.
I just want to try to end this fight before it starts, and I don't want to, like, I'm not going to direct this at them, I'm going to direct it up. I understand this is probably going to cause some damage, but hopefully it will just scare everyone away. I'm going to Primal Roar.
Oh, you're going to do your ultimate?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your d20.
That's a 3.
Okay, so you won't be able to ultimate again this episode, this issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we tell that he's about to do his ultimate?
I think you can. Yes, Tatiana Temple, is there anything you'd like to do in response to this?
Just, I'll notice, I'll just go, okay, definitely pack whatever things you may have brought. We're gonna need to get out of here very quickly.
Frankie's gonna hold her pen like this.
Yes,
So I
definitely.
rolled,
That's important to you.
a 9. So.
Okay, so Primal Roar is Vitality plus the Primal Roar skill.
So that's 9, 17, 20. Oh, sorry, hang on. 25.
25. Okay. A 25. You unleash a concussive cone of cyber-clocked sonic fury. Are you making it a wide, so it hits more space, but the area it's hitting, or do you want to direct it a narrow sort of thing?
I think let's do narrow to try to mitigate the area of damage.
Okay, so you know what I'm gonna ask. Where are you shooting this in this crowd?
I'm basically roaring up. I'm shooting upwards because I don't want to actually hit any of them.
Okay. Fair enough.
And
all right.
it's like it's the T-Rex roar, but
we established that we do have like comms, right, to talk to each other.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it is sonic damage though. You're shooting a concentrated cone.
Oh
at
yeah,
the
that's
ceiling.
fine.
No, I understand that there's going to be some damage.
Okay, cool, great. So
it's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot less chance of me killing them this way.
Fair enough. So you shoot up, Primal Roar up into the ceiling. I'm gonna actually roll on behalf of the ceiling.
Because my other options are to bite them in half.
Yeah, I get it. Okay. So you roar up at the ceiling, and everyone's like covering their ears as this happens, as it kind of like blacks out the music here for a minute. It's like, oh, crazy. Tatiana Temple's like gathering, sort of drinking the rest of her Chalamet and kind of having you guys hit the
So
bricks.
we're agreeing that's what it's called. Okay.
Baroness Darkness, you're sort of distracting, but then suddenly this happens, and sure enough, like the sort of like the ceiling overhead shatters, and debris starts just raining down on the crowd. And
Can I try to use my nanites to kind of
to
like,
catch stuff?
bowl
Absolutely.
it?
Sure. Go ahead and try to make like a shield of this. Go ahead. I love that. Do a that will be coordinate. It's the same thing. You plus 16. Roll a d10 and plus 16. Do you want to add anything to this before you go?
Oh, I already rolled.
Have you used your d6 yet?
No.
You want to throw that on there?
Yeah, why not? Oh my god! It's a 5.
5. It's a 5 in the d6. Okay, but go ahead and roll a d10. If you roll 8, 9, or 10, you'll get to that'll count as a critical success.
It was a 7.
7. Oh, just shy. That's the worst. Okay.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, a 23 is pretty good, so I'll say that you can, like, out of your eyes, these kind of things are kind of coming to, knock heavy pieces of debris away from people. Some of them are, some stuff still falling through the nanite pouch from your eyes, but you're certainly sort of mitigating this. People are backing away from this, but you guys do have a sense that you probably do need to get out of here at this point.
Tatiana will say into the comms, "Time to go. We're out of here now."
How far up did the hole happen? Like, did it go all the way up to the? Do I see sky?
You don't see sky, but you do see whatever buildings are above this, like whatever like locations above this club. You've blasted a hole through the ceiling, and now whatever like whether it's apartments or warehouse or storage space, there's
Okay.
You see another things up
Then
there.
I will.
And stuff sort of falling in there. Yeah.
Then I will shift to Triceratops because I feel like I can push my way gently through the crowd better
Sure.
as a Triceratops than as a T-Rex.
Fair enough. And I mean, you're always bipedal things though, so it's not like you're never have to be on all fours. Okay, cool. Okay, so in that case, give me a move. I think I call it move in the system. I do. Yeah, give me moves for Mechadinosaurian and Baroness Darkness. This is your physicality and your move. The others were closer to the door, so I'll say if you guys are just escaping, you can escape, no problem. Armament, do you want to do anything now that he's blown a hole in the roof?
I mean, if we have a way out, we have a way out. Whichever way Tatiana Temples are going, I'll go that way.
I was just gonna go through the door. I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to get up to the roof.
It's 12.
12? Okay, I'll say that with a 12, you're trying to run through. Okay, actually 12, perfect. Baroness Darkness, what are you at?
I rolled a 3.
And then add your physicality.
So then 9.
And then do you have any bonus to move?
Where? I don't see
It's just under M. It's in the third column. The skills.
No.
Understood. Okay, so you guys are you've blocked some of the stuff, but like pieces are still sort of raining down. You two start moving through the crowd. Baroness Darkness and Mechadinosaurian, Tatiana Temple, Armament, and Ghostwoman. They've gotten to the door. Synth Devil's just kind of like gliding through, like what hilarious chaos. As you guys are running though, Mechadinosaurian and Baroness Darkness, some of the punks who are back there, like see you guys, like you haven't sort of cleared the thing, so they are gonna pick up pieces of debris and throw them at you guys. So give me dodge rolls, you two, and you'll use your coordination and dodge and the result of your roll.
Okay.
Can I use my ultimate?
Or should I use mine?
Well, I mean, just because my ultimate basically says do whatever I want.
Your ultimate is very overpowered.
I can just
You are certainly welcome to do. I think Baroness Darkness, you could do yours, but how did you do? Are you gonna? Do you not want to make a do you not have any points in dodge?
I do not.
You do have 9 though, so you're in a pretty okay shape.
Yeah.
Yes, Mechadinosaurian.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I rolled a 20.
A 20. Okay, cool. So you're able to basically in the T-Rex, maybe in the Triceratops form, the piece that comes closest, you can kind of like horn away with one of the horns as you sort of try to make your way to the thing. Baroness Darkness.
I was a 15.
A 15. A 15 will be good enough for you to like avoid getting just.
So it was like a matrix dodge.
Yeah, like
what you're
saying.
Okay.
Kind of maybe there's a scratch on you here there, but you're fine.
Alright.
You guys are able to get out. That being said, Tatiana Temple, if you'd like to do your ultimate, this is not a terrible time for it necessarily.
Yeah. Well, I guess what I want to do is can I just like freeze them in time for like, I don't know, 30 seconds so we can just get out of here?
Yes. So Tatiana Temple, go ahead. Well, you do. I think.
I'm sorry. What?
So basically, Tatiana Temple.
Wow.
Tatiana Temple's
temple-
ultimate is
my
called.
temple.
Do you want to read it or shall I describe it?
I mean, it's literally just I have a receipt that says I can do whatever the fuck I want. That's what it is.
That's not exactly what it's. It
That is
basically
exactly
says
what it says.
But the cool thing for you is this only happens if it works. So you're going to make an analyze roll. So you're gonna unlike other things, you don't spend the D. You don't have to. You can always try this, and if you fail, you don't expend the D20, which is cool. So add your intellect to your analyze and roll a D10. So that's 17.
That's a 9 on the die. Analyze is 7, so that's 16, and then 26.
26. Would you like to additionally expend your D12 and roll that and other ones to supercharge?
Yes.
Okay. So you're gonna spend your D12. What other ones do you have? You have at hand? Oh, I'm so sorry. First, roll your D20.
Oh, D20. That is a 10.
10. Okay, so you don't retain that. Okay, so you're gonna roll your D12. You also have your D10 and your D8 and your D4.
Yes.
You want to throw those on as well?
Yeah.
So roll your D4, your D8, your D20, and your D12.
D20? No, I just
Not
rolled
the
that.
D20. D4, D8, D10, D12.
Okay.
This ability is called the Cleopatra of Crime, and it basically means she has a lot of contingencies.
21 total.
21 total plus the 26 you rolled. Oh, also roll the D12.
I did.
What was the D12? Roll the D12 outside of that.
So another time, or to tell you what's on the
another
12?
time. You're seeing if you get a 12 or not.
8.
8. Okay, cool. So that's 21 plus 26 is 47. So yes, Tatiana Temple, seeing this situation, seeing the destruction that's been caused, seeing the trouble, Tatiana Temple's like, okay, I guess it's probably time. And yes, sure enough, Tatiana Temple does pull out a small sort of like, tachyon chronal adjustment unit to sort of mess with relative time. And she turns it on in the room, kind of, dictating that you guys aren't as affected. That being said, Mecha Dinosaurian and Baroness Darkness will still be everyone really close to Tatiana Temple won't be affected. They'll be a little faster than the people around them, so they can sort of rush out, and she can, sure enough, get all of you running, fast motion as everyone else is running in slow motion around you.
That gives me enough time for my nanites to slowly put it in the trash can and throw
Holy cow.
away all the debris that fell down.
Well, you can't. Not all the debris. I mean, the debris.
The one that I caught in my bowl.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you can dump the stuff you caught in your bowl.
Yeah.
In your eye bowl. Yeah, that's
in my eye bowl.
No problem.
Ew.
Ugh.
Just anytime, KJ. Just if you want to palette this a little bit better. Just anytime she describes something, just think of it as an Apple product.
Is that apple?
It's just slate gray, smooth with glass.
No, it's very fuzzy. Okay, so yes, sure enough, you guys are able to rush out into the alleyway, and you're able to kind of move quickly, and then you can sort of turn off your sort of device, and it's you're a minute or so ahead of everyone else, so they'll people are now coming out, but you're already a minute away as they're just exiting. So yes, you guys have made a clean getaway thanks to Tatiana Temple's Cleopatra of Crimery. Synth Devil will say, now that's a party.
It is unfortunate how often this happens.
We're going to have to revisit the definition of low profile when we do things like
And sure enough, you guys can hear Oshiro Prescott, security things and other things are kind of converging over at that location. Synth Devil
keep
says,
walking. Just keep walking. Don't look back.
Did you gain any useful intel?
Yes. There is a safe house being guarded by an angel.
Oh, kill it! I'm sorry.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm fine. But if there is an angel at a safe house, then you understand. Clearly they want some divine protection, just in case. The sword is too hot for them to handle.
The safe house is the elite safe house.
The what?
Elite?
The
Safe house,
Elite, like that ancient tech language.
Cyberlair 1337.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. That's
gross, yeah.
I hate hip punks.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought hipsters were bad, but the hip punks are so much worse.
These retro tech punks. It's
the worst.
The worst.
Yeah.
Well,
I can't believe it.
then shall we go claim a sword?
Yes.
Did you say you can't delete it?
She said, "I
Oh,
can't
okay.
believe it."
Oh, the joke was I. I couldn't tell if it was a leash joke or an eyeball joke.
No.
Well,
Which
with that,
she is gesturing to her eye with her tendrils. Just keep in mind,
Yeah.
anytime the hands are moving,
Yeah,
her hands are
like,
down by her side.
The
and it's eye
nanite
tendrils.
still pointed to the eye.
perfect. Well, with that in mind, if you guys are going to head to Cyber Lair 1337, that is where we will end tonight's trip to.
Tatiana is going
Yes,
to
please.
smoke a cigarette to get the taste of the Chalamet out of her mouth.
Not the first time that's happened, I'm sure.
Oh, wow.
He's really taking a beating tonight. He's
He's fine. He can go cry into his millions of dollars in his,
yeah,
his
he's gonna
global
cry himself
profile.
to sleep
Yeah.
on this pile of money.
Oh, please, actors don't make millions of dollars anymore. That's a long time ago. All right, so anyway, thank you everyone for watching tonight's issue of Topflight Tales. This was a lot of fun. We did an all Neonflight one tonight, so that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got some good stuff. Got some fights. Got 2 ultimates in. Got some eyeballs. Got armament. Got a ghost woman sent a sad assist AI bot on, and armament.
Yeah.
Learned that he truly is alone. Well, thank you all. This was a lot of fun. We will be back on Friday with Blood from a Stone, where we'll have players this time. Last week we didn't have any players. This week we'll have players, so come join us for that. On Sunday we are back with Strange Lore. And now that evil is no, well, I mean there still will be evil, but Strange Lore will have a lighter tone, is my point. Liv cried plenty on Sundays, our last game, so yeah. And then on Monday, we are back with the Dreamlands, where right now, the Lantern in the Gate is trouncing Many Far Wiser Than We, or My Face When They Win, I think is how somebody put that in there. That was funny. And then, I don't even remember who did that, but it was funny, whoever did it. And then, 1 week from tonight, we are back with this, with more Topflight Tales. Go to our YouTube to watch old episodes, go to our Discord to interact with us, and go to our wiki to sort of see how all these games interact in the cool ways. Please follow all of our wonderful players. Go to our About page, you can see what they're up to. Players here have their socials up if you'd like to follow any of them. I'm gonna try to get us out of here. That was Book and Dagger, perfect. I'm trying to get us out here. If anybody does have anything they want to specifically plug, or Manzukas, they could do so now.
Sure. Actually, Dan, go ahead.
I mean, I just started finally playing Disco Elysium today, so I'm very excited to see how that goes.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. When are you doing that?
Oh, that's just for me at home on my own, because I don't have I don't have the capture card required to make a system work with my current Mac. So.
Gotcha. Okay. I will Manzukas to a well-regarded movie, but I think that not a lot of people have actually probably wider audiences haven't seen it. But it is a cyberpunk movie.
Okay.
Dark City. Alex Proyas's
Come on.
Dark City is fantastic.
Best.
It's so good, and I think it is criminally underseen. So
yeah, it's a great movie. Well, very good. Well, thank you all for watching. This has been a lot of fun. Way to go, team, on getting some intel and ruining a club. But Interwebs deserved it because her name is Interwebs.
it seemed like an okay club. Let's be honest.
There's some, I don't know. I think all clubs are bad. ACAB. All right. Anyway, good night, everybody. Until next time, have a top night.